Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Keep it in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Call out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler, back at you. And oh yeah, we got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk, and today it's going to be a real fun one. You know why? 'Cause you know what we're talking about today? We're talking about a father-son duo who's going to be playing on the same team. So we're talking guys, we're talking of the likes of, let me see, I'm gonna give you some father-son duos to play on the same team. Ted and Chandler Nesser. Oh yeah, football players. Gordy, Mark, and Marty Ho, one of the two, one of the three NHL players. Tim Raines, senior and junior on the in baseball, and Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. It's almost disrespect to mention Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. in the same breath as LeBron James and Bronny James. But that's what we're talking about today. There's going to be a lot of talk about Bronny and about LeBron being a bum and ruining the Lakers and how the Lakers are just a joke all around. And it all started with the JJ Redick hire. I mean, if you got to hire puppets to run the show just to make one of your players happy, you're just a joke in itself. You're just a joke in itself. Emil, what up? And he said, Bronny doesn't. And Emil said, Bronny doesn't suck. He's just inexperienced. Hey, should inexperienced players be making it to the NBA? I don't think so. You should seem like you're a little bit seasoned and a little bit experienced to make the NBA. I know there's going to be a lot of LeBron fans who are coming in defending him and saying, well, there was this guy who got drafted in the first round who only scored 2.7 points in college. That's fine. He sucks too. Doesn't mean that Bronny doesn't suck. What up, Tino? Big Ram in the house. Puff, pass. We got to smoke because I'm sure I want all the smoke because I know there's a lot coming in. What's so funny is they're like, okay, I've been doing this since 2020 where I've been going live multiple times a day, giving my takes on sports, giving my takes on football, giving random takes on baseball and basketball, but it's mostly football. And I will tell you, I've made a lot of outlandish takes on different things in a lot of people's opinion, and in different people's opinions. I've had some outlandish takes. Like this take, though, about Bronny sucking and LeBron ruining the NBA. This take has people who I haven't like random people on Facebook who are like my Facebook friends that I like went to high school with and literally never talked to them. They never interact with any post that I'm making or anything like that. But they feel the need to come out and defend LeBron James. I'm going to read some of these comments because they're just funny. They're hilarious. Let me see here. It's hilarious. And I hope some of them actually come in here. I hope some actually come in here because there's a bunch of people who I said thanks for the response and thanks for coming in to defend LeBron James. I hope I see you around for more than LeBron James bashing. There was even one person where I mean someone who is I'm pretty sure he played like some basketball in college. I mean, I don't know. He was good enough to play in college. Definitely wasn't no D1 or nothing like that. But felt the need to tell me how everybody is talking about this. And I said, have you not seen my podcast or YouTube channel? I don't have the right to talk about it. And of course he goes ghost because he's a fucking weirdo who like wants to come in and defend LeBron James, but then like, you know, not support the channel. Or he didn't even support the post by hitting like or angry or crying or anything like that. You can put any kind of emoji on there and that still supports the post. But yeah, scrubs like that, they just want to come around defending things, but they don't want to actually get engaged in a debate. They just want to be heard. Guess what? I'm going to be heard. I'm going to be heard. And Tino said, to be fair, he was taken in the he's taken in the last round of the draft. There's only round 1 and round 2. You're either in the first round or you're in the last round. There's literally no in between when it comes to the NBA. And I know most second rounders suck, but guess what? There's a lot of second rounders who do not get the hype that Bronny James has. It's nepotism at his finest. And guess what? When you're this hyped, you're going to get talked about. And Tino says, not his fault. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. When your dad makes your life easier when it comes to sports, that like sports is supposed to be about best man for the job, right or wrong. Like it's always about best man for the job when it comes to sports. And yeah, Bronny is not the best man for the job. Like maybe in other people's eyes, winning is the most important thing. Like, you know, I mean, we know that like for the Lakers, like winning's not the most important thing. It's about making money and about keeping the Lakers brand a marketable beast. And like, yeah, what they did, they made their team the most popular team in the NBA, at least on social media, like after yesterday, just with that pick. So if that was their only plan, make sure to like increase the marketing value of the team, it's done. They're barely a fringe playoff team last year, and adding Bronny made them worse, because if he actually plays on that team, if he actually gets minutes, that shows how trash the Lakers team is in general. And Tina said, I bet most people couldn't even name a good second round player. Don't matter. Because guess what? We know Bronny James because of all the hype. And I know other players' names now because the LeBron faithfuls are like, oh, man, but you say Bronny sucks. But what about this guy? What about this guy that got drafted in the first round? He's not even averaging 3 points a game. And so, like, that's always what LeBron fans do. They want to deflect. Like, okay, you think Bronny sucks? Well, what about this guy? Doesn't he suck too? Doesn't he suck? Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Like, this was probably the most, like, unknown draft class ever. Like, the only guys who are, like, the NBA are hyping up are, like, the international players. Like, that's it. All the international players that they're hyping up. What up, stranger? Shout out to the Houday Nation. Salute. And Tino said this was to keep LeBron. He said it last year. He wanted to play with the Sun and would pay attention to any trade offer to do so. He can't stop the king. See, exactly. And so that makes it to where like people want to defend him because LeBron says, I'm going to leave or I'm going to retire if you don't get, you better draft my son or I'm going to leave. You better draft him or I'm going to leave. I swear to God, I'm going to leave if you don't draft my son. You better do it. You better get JJ Redick so no coach like fights me on it. Like LeBron is a bitch, dude. Anybody who acts like this is called a bitch until LeBron. Like LeBron's the only one who can get away with being a straight up biatch. And no, bro, some say what's a power move? It's not a power move. He's not a boss. You play on a team that is fucking not barely, you got swept in the first round. That's how good you are. And that's how much of a boss he is. LeBron's a bum. They only want him for his name because they make money off the marketing. Lakers do not care about winning. And Rob say, yeah, because the NBA's lost so many followers because of that bitch. They have. Viewership was the lowest last year that it's ever been, especially in the NBA finals. Lowest that viewership has ever been. Because guess what? People are done with him. He's a shell of himself. He's fucking all hype. He can't help a team win anymore. It's literally all hype. And you guys may love hype beasts who are in their 20th year in the NBA. Time for him to move over. It really is. It's time for him to move over. He's a bum. He's a shell of himself. LeBron's never even been the best player on a team that actually won. Like, let's let that sink in. Bronny James has never even been the best player on any team that he's ever played for, but he's the most hyped player coming out as far as the media is concerned. We heard more Bronny James news during this NBA combine than any other name, and that is 100% facts. That has nothing to do with his talent or skill. That has to do with them stroking off LeBron, okay? All these media peeps are just giving a hot tua to LeBron, and that's it. And guess what? I'm not going to get on my knees for him. You guys might get on your knees for him. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Everyone who comes in to defend LeBron, and when there's nothing, like no reason to, like LeBron doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, let's remember that. LeBron does not give a fuck about anybody who's defending him. LeBron does not do anything for the fans. Tell me one thing that LeBron does for the fans. I'll wait. Tell me one thing that LeBron has ever done for the fans. And ask me what's Jordan ever done for the fans. I hope you will. I hope you will. And Emilio said, Hutz, I watched LeBron play. He's not a bum. Yeah, he's not a bum in the first 3 quarters, right? When he's padding those stats. Is he a bum with the game on the line? Yup. Tito said, you tell me LeBron doesn't know me. No, I'm saying that LeBron doesn't give a fuck about one fan, let alone you, Tino. I'm talking one fan of the NBA. LeBron doesn't get 2 shits about it. Okay, there we go, Tino. That's what I was waiting for. What has Jordan ever done for the fans? Play 82 games. He said, I'm the star. People are coming to see me, and they're paying their hard-earned money to see me play. I'm going to play 82 games. That's what a star does. Not be a bitch and take games off in the weakest version of the NBA right now, where you can't foul anybody, you can't touch anybody. Jordan saying you're going to play because people are paying their hard-earned money is being a man of the people. LeBron has only played 82 games one time. Don't give a fuck. And didn't he quit on the best team assembled? Oh, my bad. He retired. What? Actually, yeah, because everything was changing. You don't remember? Come on, Tino, you haven't seen The Last Dance? Come on. I mean, they were doing Jordan dirty like while he was winning championships. Do you realize how much Jordan was getting paid during the first three-peat? Like, he came back and then they started giving him $30 million a year or whatever. But literally only the last 3 years of his career was he paid real money by the NBA. Outside of that, it was bullshit money. LeBron's been paid real money from the NBA for fucking ever. And Tino said, oh, I've seen it. So then you know. But yeah, left to play baseball. Well, I mean, we hear a lot of things about that, how the mob made him do it and all that kind of stuff. Who the fuck knows? And and it's really lucky for all you LeBron fans that he did go play baseball. And you guys are even more lucky that baseball was having a strike, because that was one of the reasons that actually pushed him back like right away or faster. I mean, so yeah, you LeBron faithfuls, you're lucky that Jordan only won 6, because I will tell you, there's nothing funnier than debating a LeBron fan on who's the GOAT, because LeBron fans love to say what you can't say. Oh, we'll debate. You just can't talk about how much he wins or how good he is at winning. Like we talk about anything else. Let's talk about the rebounds. Let's talk about the assists that LeBron has. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Jamie said, you think LeBron took his kid to Diddy's parties? Come on, bro. You know that he was there. LeBron is a big frequenter of those Diddy freak-offs. And I'm sure Bronny got brought to a couple freak-offs before him. And Tino said LeBron isn't the highest paid anymore. I mean, are you saying he should be the highest paid? Because, I mean, should he be the highest paid? I mean, Tom Brady wasn't the highest paid when he was over 40. Like that's what like I don't know why someone who's a 20-year vet and who's a shell of themselves from 10 years ago would be paid the highest in the league. Like it really shouldn't be. Tino said chicken curry. Chicken curry is. Yeah, not for long, though. I'm sure not for long. And there you go, stranger. How many championships did LeBron lose? How many did Jordan lose? 0. Rob said he's not even on Kobe's level. I could name others too. If we're talking about LeBron, yeah. LeBron is like a waste of size and space. He wants to play like a point guard who he wants to play like a point guard who doesn't shoot with the game on the line. Like that's really what it is. He plays like a big guard and passes with the game on the line. And let's remember who the real scorers were in crunch time on the teams that he won with. I mean, Wade, for sure. I mean, the first year that LeBron played on the Miami Heat, he averaged like 17 points a game in the NBA Finals when they lost to the Mavericks. Go show me a finals or any kind of playoffs where Jordan averaged less than 20. It just didn't happen. It didn't happen because nobody's stopping Jordan. People can stop LeBron. And Tino said, to be fair, no player in the top 10 made the final. What do you mean? Explain that. I'm confused by that statement. And Rob said Kobe's the closest thing to MJ. Yeah, for sure. I mean, very like almost identical size and build, right? I mean, Jordan's got the hops. Kobe couldn't stay up in the air as much as Jordan, but very I mean, yeah, like the movement, like everything, like yeah, Kobe for sure is the closest to Jordan's skill set. And let's not forget, before Jordan came in, like guards weren't even a thing, right? Like, I mean, I know Isaiah Thomas, you know what I mean? There's a couple like here and there, but like the NBA was a big man sport. Like there's a reason why Jordan got picked at number 3 anyways. And it's because motherfuckers, like, I mean, the 7 foot tall, like beasts who were taken before him and they fucked up, man. What's his name? Sam Bowie, worst draft pick in NBA history. Tino said we went over the game-winning shot question already. LeBron tied for second. I mean, it took him a lot of years to be able to get close on that, and most of those are regular season games, not anywhere in the playoffs. I think he only has one game winner in the finals, and or no, in the playoff, not even finals. Hollywood, what up, bro? Let's smoke it up. Tino said Jordan got one more game winner than LeBron, and he played 10 less years. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah. Like if we average it out, all LeBron's doing by playing longer is making his averages worse. That's it. I'm glad Chris came in. Hey, about time Chris said Sam Bowie was a dope player, just got injured. Bro, see, like this, come on, man. Like, yes, if you are drafted in the top 2 of the NBA, I'm sure you're dope. But he's still the worst draft pick ever because they should have drafted Jordan. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. That's all we're talking about is keeping it real and not being a damn sheep for LeBron, okay? Tino said Oscar Robertson was the first Jordan. Hey, I'm not saying that there wasn't good guards before Jordan. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Jordan took being a guard in the NBA to the next level. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Rob said, because the Blazers are stupid. Hell yeah. Remember when the Blazers drafted Greg Oden? Remember when they drafted Greg Oden over KD? Blazers are fucking stupid. Chris, I know LeBron is a forward. He's a small forward. And even though there's guys like Charles Barkley who are shorter than him, who are bossing up and playing power forward. Yeah, LeBron's doing it. LeBron's doing it. And he said the disrespect. LeBron's a bum. LeBron is a bum, Chris. You know it. It's always been that way. It's always been that way. He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now. I'm going to get that drop just for him. Hollywood said second worst draft pick was Greg Oden over KD. I mean, and both made by the same team. How crazy is that? What up, Bakes? Let's smoke it up, bro. What Jamie say? Ever seen the Matt Damon movie about the Air Jordans? Yeah, I'm I'm almost positive that Ben Affleck was the director of that. It was pretty cool. I mean, we like it. I mean, it's about his shoe deal. And damn it, what was the actress's name who played his mom? Damn it. Someone throw it in the chat. What's her name? I gotta throw it in there. It's she's from How to Get Away with Murder and from Fences. Let's see. Tino said, I don't know what next level means. Tino said, LeBron is the next level Warriors. Yeah, I get home to win a championship. Johnny said Jordan took the NBA to another level. LeBron's never done that. If anything, he's made it worse by normalizing star players crying after every play. And Chris said, injuries mean you're trash. Is Greg Oden a good player? Yes or no? Greg Oden was trash. And if you get drafted with that much hype and like literally you don't have a career because you keep getting injured, yeah, you're trash. You are trash. I know. Viola Davis. There we go. Thank you, Hollywood. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I just I did not want to Google it. I'm gonna read off some of these comments that I've been getting. Chris will be one of those ones on Facebook. Chris will be one of those ones on Facebook that I read. Jamie said, "Dad, you know where Jordan wore his college shorts under his shorts every game?" Yeah, I mean they talked about that in NBA Jam, right? That was a little inside info. Jamie said, "Remember when Jordan wore number 12 for one game because someone stole his jersey?" Yeah, there's a basketball card, someone with him wearing that number, and it's fucking crazy, and it's like that. It's insanely valued. That number 12, like card specifically, insanely valued. Emil said, what star player doesn't cry? Brady cried. Ronaldo cried. Yeah, and you're talking about new age biatches, man. Like in the 90s, you didn't cry. Why? Because you're going to get punched in the mouth. LeBron's made it to where everyone who's defending him right now has lowered the bar for greatness. Anyone who says LeBron's the GOAT has lowered the bar for how great an NBA basketball player needs to be. And I want you guys to think about that because LeBron fans don't care about winning. They don't care about winning. And I thought that's what a team sport was all about. It's all about winning, right? But LeBron fans, for whatever reason, don't value winning. LeBron fans actually say Jordan only, like all you can say about Jordan is he won 6 championships. Like, what's that even mean? What's that even mean? Chris said the disrespect for NBA players is insane. NBA players are better now as a whole and are worse as a whole because they cry so much, because they can't play 82 games, because they're soft as they're the soft as tissue, man. The softest toilet tissue. That's it. Soft as toilet tissue. And Chris said, you don't count Jordan's losses. Well, when we talk about winning, we talk about finals. And if you want to talk about LeBron's losses, no matter how you slice it, LeBron lost more. LeBron lost more. And yeah, if we're comparing apples to apples, we're going to talk about finals. Why in hell are we going to go talk about playoffs? Who cares? Playoffs? Playoffs, talking about playoffs? Who cares? And when, like, look at the teams that Jordan got beat by in the playoffs. Larry Bird, Isaiah, and the Pistons. Like, Jordan actually got beat by teams that won championships. LeBron didn't get beat by teams that won championships. And Chris said Jordan wasn't getting to the finals. Yeah, I mean, he played the Celtics, who won multiple championships in the 80s while they were still in their prime. That's who he was going against pretty much by himself. Then he went up against the bad boy Pistons and they beat him. Oh yeah, they only won 2 back-to-back championships and dominated the NBA for 2 years. Yeah. And oh, wait. So when Jordan's the underdog versus the Celtics, who were 3-time champions in the 80s and got a 3-time back-to-back MVP, he was the overdog. He was the dog. Come on, man. Chris, you're making up bullshit now, bro, because when Jordan lost, he was the underdog. You know why Jordan wasn't the underdog when he won? Because he was actually the best. He was actually the best. LeBron has never been the best. Never been the best. Never. Said now the Spurs, the Warriors went on as champs. Yeah, the Warriors drafted all their players. Imagine that. Imagine that. You play for an organization that drafts good players and keeps good players together. Like, what a concept. What a concept. Did LeBron not get that memo that some of the best teams that were ever assembled in NBA history were drafted to those teams? Did they create super teams when Jordan was around? Chris said, you said he didn't play champs. No, Jordan made it so people are not champs. Yes, of course, Chris, if you make the finals and you lose to the champion. He lost to all those champions in the finals. I said when he was in the playoffs, was he losing to teams that went on to win the finals? No, he wasn't. He's losing to the likes of the Indiana Pacers. When's the last time the Indiana Pacers won anything? Come on, man. Come on. I got it. I don't even watch basketball as much as you. And like all of this is just super easy. It's super easy. Come on. He was drafted to the worst. Well, Jordan was drafted like how many championships did the Chicago Bulls win before Jordan? Can someone put it in the chat? Someone put it in the chat. How many championships did the Bulls win before Michael Jordan? I'll wait. Let me know. Let me know. How many championships did the Bulls win before Jordan got there? Come on. I'll wait. Let's go. Give it to me. And Tino said, I don't know. He said NBA wasn't a thing until 1988. Yeah, see, exactly. And why? Because of Jordan. But I'm waiting, Chris. I'm waiting. How many championships did the Chicago Bulls win before Jordan started playing there? I'm waiting for you, Chris, specifically. I want you to say it. How many? How many did Cleveland win? None. Or Miami, they won one. They won one with Shaq and D Wade, and that was actually a dominant finals performance. They didn't lose to Miami when there was when they didn't lose to Dirk when it was Shaq and D Wade. They lost when they had a better team though. When they had Shaq, when they had D Wade and all of them. Chris said none. They've only won 6. And you say only. Not too many franchises have 6 championships, homie. And we know the Cleveland Cavs don't. We know Miami doesn't. And you remember? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. Remember that? Like how many people get to flap their gums and say, I'm going to win 6 championships with the team and then only win, you win 2. Yeah. But you guaranteed like 8. Come on. And Chris said, that's my point. What point are you making? That LeBron did better for a franchise than Jordan did? And Tito said, what happened today? We actually got people who are actually commenting and on a different end of the spectrum. It's funny. And Tino said Bird won like 3 MVPs in a row. Bird is the last player in the NBA to win back-to-back MVPs. We've seen back-to-back MVPs, but we have not seen 3 MVPs back-to-back since Bird. Tino said Magic and Bird made it a thing, not Jordan. They started the trajectory. Magic and Bird already said they started the trajectory. Jordan took it to the next level. They said that. Those are their words, not mine. Chris said, bro, you're arguing a weird point. If the weird, it's only weird because you're on LeBron's nuts. And don't worry, it's not disrespect because the media is all on LeBron's nuts. I'm just playing the opposite end of the spectrum because I've always been this way. This is a real take. This isn't me needing to be PC to not offend LeBron James. Like, that's literally why people say the shit that they do, to try to not offend LeBron James. And Chris said, you're on Jordan's nuts. How? Because I'm talking shit about Bronny and LeBron? That makes me on Jordan's nuts? And Tina said, why do you say such disrespectful things to people? that's saying no disrespect. It's wild. And Chris said, you're hating. Yeah, so what? It's funny to hate, because guess what? Everybody is loving him so much. Everyone is loving mediocrity so much with Bronny that it's just easy to hate, because all I have to do is not agree with you, and it's hating. If I don't agree with you, it's hating. But guess what? I don't have to be a sheep and agree with everything that this bullshit media says. Like, look at Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is the only analyst, or whatever you want to call him, media person, analyst, whatever, who actually gave a real opinion about Bronny. Now, he's the only one. He is the only one. Everybody else has been ridiculous. Yeah, Bronny is mediocre. What about Bronny makes him good? Tell me what about Bronny makes him great? Because he's been crowned the prince of the NBA without playing one game. Just for being drafted, he's the prince of the NBA. What warrants that other than being a spoon-fed rich boy? Like, that's really all he is. He's a spoon-fed rich little kid. That's all he is. He's a spoon-fed rich 19-year-old kid who's been coddled his entire life and made to think that he's going to be the heir to the GOAT of the NBA, but he's not the heir to the GOAT of the NBA because he's not Jordan's kid. And Chris said, how do you know? How do you know that he's going to be great? Like, that's the thing. Like, oh my gosh. It just said you don't know this kid. You know him? You know him, Chris? You got his number? Call him. Tell him to come on the show right now so I can say this shit to him personally and hear him defend his take. Hear him defend it. Because Bronny's got to do a lot of defending, and it's going to be a lot more than random people like me giving my opinions. Yes, I wouldn't say that yet. We'll see what he's got pro taking him under his wing. I mean, he literally had a pro teaching him how to play his entire career. So I don't know what you mean taking a pro under his wing. His dad has literally been teaching him how to play basketball his entire life. Like, what the fuck? His entire life. And no, like, we've seen way better kids come out in other sports than him. And like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Kristen said, nobody said he's going to be a star. No, everybody's saying he's going to be a star. So no, you're fucking wrong about that. Just because you didn't say he's going to be a star doesn't mean that nobody is. Let me go read some of these comments that people have been commenting. No, I never said he was going to be a star. I said he wasn't going to be a star and he was a waste of a pick. Let's see. Hold on, let me get over here. Let me find one that's actually worse. Okay, here we go. Magic Man Ricky. Someone who actually supports the show. Someone who actually, man, bro, go. I mean, the NBA media has been hyping up Bronny since the NBA Combine started. If you're saying that that's not true, then you haven't been watching any kind of sports media involving the WNBA. I'd take Caitlin Clark over him. Who in the media say is supposed to be a star, bro? If you haven't been paying attention to the way the media has been covering him, you're doing yourself a disservice. Why do you think that I am even talking about this today? Because he's the most hyped NBA player right now because of the media stroking off LeBron. Here we go. For Magic Man Ricky. Don't be that guy. You just witnessed greatness. If you and your son would do it, praise as well. It's best for business. For the NBA, viewership is about to rise. See, not about how anything is good. Bro, he's not hyped at all. Dude. Like now you're tripping. You're tripping. I'm not talking about hyped amongst NBA teams. Do you hear me saying NBA media, NBA media, NBA media? How many times do I got to say it? NBA media. They could have picked him up as an undrafted free agent. Nobody was going to pick him. They were like 6 picks away from the draft being over. They did not have to even draft him. They did not have to draft him. The media has been hyping him and all over his nuts since the combine started. Who specifically? I can't go down the NBA ESPN roster. Literally everybody on ESPN except Perkins. Everybody except Perkins. Perkins is the only person who actually gave an honest take about Bronny and how we haven't seen him on TV as much ever since his TV time went down. Magic Man Ricky says, this is sad, Huss. The kid just died and came back to life in 2023. Bronny's looking at a chance. And I mean, come on, man. Like, now we're just getting ridiculous. Now we're just getting ridiculous. Like, I understand that he had a heart condition or something and came back. Like, I understand. Am I talking shit about that? No, because guess what? He could have still played in college. He could still be playing in college. He has not proved anything in college. Nothing. Didn't prove anything in high school. Nothing. Oh my gosh. All right, Chris, let's go see. Let me go look for YouTube videos. Let's see. Yeah, Michael Wilbon. Okay, that's one person who gave his real take. Let's go see. Everything that I'm seeing now is just of the last 24 hours all over YouTube. Man, I don't even want to give any of these people hype because fuck ESPN and all their fucking bias shit. We know that ESPN is like LeBron James's fucking. I don't even want to put it on here. I only want to play the Kendrick Perkins shit. Because, yeah, do I want to play some fucking Dan Orlovsky shit or fucking these stupid Yahoo fucking these stupid Yahoo Sports fucking people? Let me see. And it sucks because everything that I'm seeing right now is all just from the last like 24 hours, and that's it. Like now I got to search and do research because you haven't been paying attention to any sports media. Said he couldn't find it. You're capping. Come on, bro. All right, let me. I don't want to play. I don't want to play shit that I haven't seen. Let's go see it. Let's go see how bright.
He's only worked out for Phoenix and the Lakers, correct? Now, does this feel like the beginning of some level of trend, like beyond Bronny James, the whole Bronny James conversation we've exhausted, right? But it feels like, KP, this is going to be the start of kids with familiar last names and parents who we know and have seen for years. This just feels like the start of a trend, right?
Yeah, there's two players in this year's draft, Devin Carter, whose dad is an assistant for the Memphis Grizzlies, and also Bronny James, obviously his son or his dad is
weird.
LeBron
I've
James.
never heard of that.
The wave that's coming in the next few years. You got Cameron and Caden Boozer that are going to be in 2026. Yep. Next year we have Dylan Harper, DJ Wagner.
Being like even
I can't even think off the top of my.
They just made a clickbait title. People just made a clickbait title. Nope, it's not. That's what I said. Every video that I'm seeing is from the last 24 hours. Why were you not? See, Chris, this is the thing. You've never even cared to come around this show. So when I was talking about this during the NBA Combine, you weren't even here. This is what took you to actually come watch this show. A dude that I've known for, how long have we known each other, Chris? Easily 15 years, right? Easily 15 years. This is like the first time you've ever actually cared to come in on the topic of the show, to actually hear what's going on. It's only to defend LeBron. Only to defend LeBron. Like, that shows how soft people is. And Chris said, stop lying. Yeah. Okay. I'm lying. Everybody on ESPN said Bronny James was going to suck. Yes, you're right. There's not been any dude, you are so blind. You are so blind to what's going on. You are so blind to what's going on. Hold on. I got to find the NBA combine coverage. That's what it is. Stephen A. I wonder if this is even clickbait.
For the record.
Stephen A. Smith makes a case for Bronny James.
You know, for me, being a father,
NBA draft player.
is something way more dynamic, way more driven than the game.
On ESPN,
Stephen A. is nothing but a puppet.
Already
now.
proven to be. We're not saying that. The operative word here is intriguing. You're wondering where he's going to land. You're wondering why he's going to land the place that ultimately he may end up landing. What's going on behind the scenes? You're hearing the Lakers. You're hearing the Dallas Mavericks. You're even hearing the San Antonio Spurs.
I'm literally looking
about
for Bronny James,
a bunch of teams,
NBA
potentially. I shouldn't say a bunch.
Nothing
just a few
is coming up.
that are definitely interested.
Nothing is coming up. In fact, they took all this shit off
at UConn. You got a couple of players from
so
UConn, a couple of players, Dillingham and others from Kentucky.
Yeah. Stephen A. shit changed because he knew he was going to get drafted by the Lakers. I'm going to find it. We're going to find it. That's how hyped this shit is. Oh, here we go. This is from ESPN, though. No, this is just his highlights from the combine. Let's see. Hell yeah. Guy said publicly threatening to leave your team if they don't draft you is a bitch move. Except now it's okay for guys to do that. Like, it's not a bitch move because it's LeBron James. Yeah, let's keep showing the intangibles. Let's see it. I want to see him actually play. Let's see him actually play. I mean, of course, they're only going to show the shots that he makes. Can we see them playing? Where's them actually playing? I mean, but this is what's funny is like people see this like, dude, fucking awesome. 64% with not a hand in your face, huh? And this is the guy who everyone says is a great shooter. I mean, but this is the footage. This is the footage. This is the footage. Like, people saw this and like, wow. Wow. Like, this kid is great. This kid is amazing. Whoa, did you see that? He just made another three-pointer. Like, wow. He made a wide-open three-pointer. Whoa. 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 He actually missed one. They put it on the highlight? What? Dude, that was from the top of the key. No way. No. He made another three? No. Dude. Swish. What are they supposed to say? He's making all the shots. I mean, this is what people get hyped up for, though, right? This is what people get hyped up for, right? Combine, nobody in your face, a gym shoot around. Like, this is what people get hyped for, right? This is why he's the best. Let's go see if we can actually find any college highlight. The hype isn't the combine. That's where the hype grew. That's where the hype grew. Let's go look at Bronny USC. It's funny. I type in USC games and everything that comes up is just draft coverage. Let's see the highlights from his Trojan debut.
And a beautiful day in Southern California. Trojan
The
fans
women's USC team
the Galen Center
was like so much better
to watch one
than
of the
the
most
USC men's
debuts
team.
of a college basketball crowd on their feet.
And Chris, it was so funny because one of the comments that we got, hold on, where is it? Let me find it. It's from our man Magic Man Ricky. He said, I bet Bronny could score a bucket on you. Here was my response. Nope, because I'd body him up, foul the shit out of him, and make him go to the line. He ain't getting no bucket on me. He's going to have to take a long three-pointer to get that on me, and he's still going to have to hit it with a hand in his face because I'll just keep fouling him. I got 6 fouls, right? I'm going to use them. I got to keep hating on Bron and Bronny because that's the only thing that people care about, apparently. When I'm giving like decent takes about football, or I'm actually giving takes where I'm like applauding people, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Say he's gonna foul the shit out, Bruiser. Hey, I'll foul out. He ain't gonna get a bucket on me. He won't get a bucket on me. And said it was a bad take. Hey, that bad take got you to participate in today's discussion, Chris. So no matter what, more people have been watching this show than the last couple shows. I mean, I know you're on Facebook, so there's not really too many people watching there. But yeah, we got a bunch of people on Twitter, aka X, watching right now. And okay, yeah. See, he said I fuck with your Ricky Williams fire shows. Hell yeah. And see, like, I mean, man, see, we got some good shit going on around here. And I'm still going to besmirch LeBron's name. And it's only to play the other end of the spectrum that all you motherfuckers are just, and I don't know if you've ever said he's the GOAT, Chris. I'm just talking in general. And I said controversy sells. I'm on YouTube. See? And I mean, yeah, got to be controversial. This is a way that I could be honest about my take and be controversial at the same time. Because I don't lie about what I think. I may be a little bit more hyped up right now than normal. It's just because it's fun. Like, come on. Like, if you've known me, and I know Chris has, you known me for years, you know I get passionate and love talking shit about certain players. LeBron's always been one of them. Chris and our homie Chipokawaka Zach, they love LeBron. They'd love to be on LeBron's nuts. I've been hating on LeBron ever since you guys can remember. I know that. I know you will, Chris. I just got to say it, though. I got to say it, right? Because this is the most that you've been engaged in the show in a long time. And so that's all I'm saying. Like, it took me being a little bit controversial to get someone to come back. That's it. And you know that my take was always the same. You know this is not a bullshit take, because I've been talking shit to you and Zach for like years about LeBron James. So you know that this isn't me being a clickbaity troll. I'm staying consistent. True or false, Chris? True or false? Am I staying consistent? Someone who's known me easily 15 years. It's been stupid for so long. So funny. See? Oh, man. Giant said, see? That's all I'm saying. As long as people know, this is not an act. I've been consistent. Giant said, it's a shame that I think it's going to be tough to find someone better than Dak. Selfishly, I worry about CD's output without him. Cowboys, you better fucking do the right thing. The Cowboys are one of the teams that I always talk shit about when I can, because they always figure out a way to lose too. Don't fuck with our fantasy football and our CD Lamb, man. Come on, Dak is like the best thing that you've had since Tony Romo, a 4th round draft pick that has came in and done nothing but, I don't know, like done nothing but be at least halfway decent for the Cowboys, like the entire time. Like, he's been nothing less than halfway decent the entire time. I mean, the year he got hurt, he was on like the most insane like pace that he's ever been on. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Cowboys, you better fucking pay Dak. Stop being stingy motherfuckers. You sell a lot of Dak jerseys, okay? Sell a lot of Dak jerseys. Keep him there for our CD Lamb, all right? Jeez. Cowboy fans, where are you at to fucking defend stupid ass Jerry Jones? And Tino said, yeah, they got to wait for Love contract first, but the price is pending. Bro, do you realize how stupid that is? That Jordan Love needs to get paid first. Chris, here we go. Yep, now I remember why I left. Why? Do you not want Dak to get paid, or because I talk shit about the Cowboys when they do stupid shit? Like, Dak needs to get paid. Like, why should Dak not be paid like a Kyler Murray, for example? Like, I mean, Kyler Murray. Why is Dak getting paid like Danny Pesos? Like right now, don't Dak and Danny Pesos make like the same amount of money? And Tino said that's how it works. You let the rookie, but no, like it's not. Because if you're younger, you warrant more money. If you're younger, you warrant more money. So like older guys aren't warranting more money. Jerry hopped up on Blue Chews and Perks and said, damn, should get paid. See, Dak, that's all I'm saying. Like, come on. I'm talking shit about the Cowboys for not paying Dak. Like, come on. I know you got to figure out how to pay Parsons and all that. But if the Chiefs can figure out how to pay Mahomes and Kelsey and all these motherfuckers that they're paying, and they keep restructuring the contract and keep doing cash over cap, like, why are the Cowboys being so prideful about paying Dak? Like, why? Why? That's the thing that I hate. He's actually doing good. Like, yeah, he's not making it to the Super Bowl. Tony Romo wasn't either, and Tony Romo got paid every chance that it came up. He got paid. And is it Jerry Jones who's saying don't pay Dak, or is it Stephen Jones who's saying don't pay Dak? Like, that is another thing that we don't know. Who's calling the shot on them saying not to pay Dak? Because it's hella stupid. It's hella stupid. Let's go see what Dak's getting paid right now. So yeah, 40 mil a year. 40 mil a year. Let me see if I can find a list of all QB salaries this year. Where is it? All right, let's look at. What do we got to look at? Because the base salary is very, very deceiving because of people who took cash over cap. But just listen to this. The base salary for Danny Pesos, Mr. Daniel Jones on the Giants this year is $35.5 million. Dak's base salary this year is $29. I'm pretty sure they're getting the same amount of money. Damn it. Let me see. Where? Probably got to look at the cap hit, right? Let's see. Where the fuck is Dak on the cap hit? Oh, all positions. They've changed that to quarterback. Whoa, what? Huh. This is weird. How's Dak getting paid 40 mil a year? But I guess it goes up every year, huh? On paper, Dak's salary is 55. Not on. I mean, that's his cap hit. Where's the real fucking money, man? Where's the real money? Because is he getting paid 55 this year? Because if so, I don't know if that's worth it. Let me go to this total cash part of let me go to this total cash part here. Okay, so total cash. That's what I'm assuming is the way that we want to be looking at this. So total cash. I mean, Jared Goff's at the top with 80 mil. So a lot of that's the what's it called? The signing bonus. Joe Burrow's at 65, Kirk Cousins at 62, Herbert at 56, Watson at 46, Mahomes at 45 and some change. Hurts at 40, T-Law at 39, Kyler, 38. Aaron Rodgers, 38. Danny Pesos, 36. Dak, 34. So Dak's being paid this year as the 12th highest paid quarterback. I mean, this is total cash. I don't even know like how to break this down to where it's kind of like fair, I guess. Because like even Lamar Jackson, who has a higher total contract than him, he's only his total cash this year is 31 mil. And I'm assuming it's because last year he got a crazy signing bonus or something. I guess there's no way to well, I mean, Chris, everybody in the NFL is getting paid a lot. So like, especially to like normal people like us, these guys are getting paid a lot. But when did Dak sign that contract? How about this? How long has he been on this contract? Oh yeah, this is the last year of his contract. That's why it signed it in 2021. I mean, that's why. I mean, shit, like motherfuckers want that security. They want that security. And Bake said Dak got extended. No. Well, I mean, he got extended in 2021. That's what we're talking about. I was talking about his total money like this year. That's why it's so high also this year. It's pretty close to the end. It is the end. This year is the final year of his contract. He's an unrestricted free agent next year if they do not franchise tag him. Tino said, oh, now he's paid too much. Giant said cap's going up next year too, right? Yeah, they said that it's probably not going up as much percentage-wise as it went up this past year, because I think this past year they said the total cap, what was it, like 13% or 15%? It went up like an astronomical amount last year. It's like the most percentage-wise that it ever went up, but it's because of like all the new TV deals and stuff that got put into place. So they're projecting that this year that it's going to go up by 8% instead of 13 or 15 or whatever the hell it went up last year. So yeah, I mean, there's no way that the cap does not keep rising, because it's all based on how much the NFL makes, how much the TV deal rights are worth, and all that kind of shit. And the TV rights are only going up and up. And now they're getting services like Netflix, who are going to be live streaming games as well. And like, if it does good on Netflix, like why would Netflix not do that more? Like, remember when Amazon like first started? Like, they didn't start with like having every single Thursday night game or whatever. Like, it took time, and then they eventually got Thursday Night Football as Amazon fucking football now. And Tino said, here's a good question: who gets paid more, Dak or Tua? Okay, so Dak's 30 years old. Let's go see. How old is Tua? I know he's younger than 30. He's 26. Like, that's the reason why I think that Tua is going to get paid more than Dak. On paper, because I mean, at least that's one thing about Dak. I mean, he's making it all the way to the end of his contract. I mean, the final year, that is like, I mean, that's the year that you get paid the most. But yeah, I really think Tua's going to get paid more than Dak. I'm going to say Tua's going to get paid more than Dak per year. Could Dak get paid a higher contract? Like, because maybe he gets an extra year or whatever, so they can kind of like, that's what it's going to be. Tua's going to get a 4-year. Is Dak going to warrant? You know what? Now that I think about it, Tua's going to get the overall bigger contract. But I think Dak might get more per year, because I bet Dak only gets another 4-year contract. Jerry might even try to stick him with a 3-year contract. They'd be stupid to do that. They should be giving him a good, they should be giving him a 4-year contract. Chris said they can franchise him again. Hell yeah, because they franchised him years ago. But if you franchise like, it'd be a really bad time to franchise tag a QB, because the top 5 salaries are really up there. Like, you might as well just fucking pay him, versus franchise tagging. Like, the only reason I feel like someone would franchise tag a QB is if they're going to trade him at this point, because it's so much. When you franchise tag someone, it's the average of the top 5, right? Top 5 or 6. paid QBs. So it's like that's a high average right now. They're all over 50 mil, all over 50 mil. So what happened with the NFL and Red Zone? They got sued. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it was NFL Sunday Ticket that sued the NFL. That's what happened. And the NFL has to pay $5 billion in damages. $5 billion. It's yeah, they're paying so the Sunday Ticket, they get 4-point-something billion of that, and 100 million has to be paid out to different bar and restaurant owners who are also a part of this class action lawsuit. That's what it was. It was a class action lawsuit against the NFL and NFL Sunday and like NFL Sunday Ticket, or kind of the way that NFL Sunday Ticket's working. Yeah. Yep. NFL got slammed by the court. They got to pay like $5 billion. El Compa Gronky, what up? Said, you think NFL should implement a QB cap? No, because I feel like the QB now, guys like Daniel Jones, aka Danny Pesos, like guys like him are ruining it for people because he shouldn't have got paid like that. It should have been Saquon who got paid, and Danny Pesos should have got more of a team-friendly like contract. But because he was a first rounder, he warranted 40 mil a year. But no, I don't think that the NFL should implement a QB cap. I think that the NFL should just get rid of the cap altogether. Or make it more like the NBA and the MLB. Like, nah, I mean, cap's fine. Cap is based on how much the NFL makes. And I feel like the QBs, like QB might be the most important position in all of football, especially, I mean, all of team sports for sure. Like, there's not one position on any team sport that is more important to their team winning a championship than a quarterback is. And there's only been a few quarterbacks in history who like shouldn't have won a Super Bowl, but they did because their entire team was so good. It's mostly the QB that makes it happen. Mostly. Bake said, who gets paid more, Dak or Geno? I mean, Dak better get paid more than Geno. If Dak doesn't get paid more than Geno, that's such disrespect. Because, I mean, Geno, he had to overcome a lot to get back to where he is, like, right now. It's a new regime. Like, that's the thing. Like, if the new regime doesn't want to pay Geno, that's one thing. It's the same regime with Dak, and, like, you pretend like you like him, but you really don't. Johnny said Dak's worth 7 Genos. Johnny said franchise for a QB is 38 mil. What? Like, next year, though. We're talking next year. Next year, because you can't get franchised this year. Let me see. Are you talking 2025? Let me go check. I see the 38 mil for this year. I'm trying to look if I see anything that says even projected what it could be next year, because other people are going to get paid next year too. Like, that's the thing that's crazy. I don't know if like 2024 like new contracts count, because I guess you got to sign because the franchise happens before a lot of these guys are even getting paid, right? But yeah, I feel like the franchise tags for 2024 are based on 2023, like how guys are getting paid. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Can someone find out if that's like really how it works? He said, no way, the league hates Tua. Plus it's Miami. Yeah, Miami paid Tyreek, right? I mean, I know that they said that they're not going to pay him, but I mean, is Tua like legit the best QB that Miami's had since Dan Marino? I mean, they've had shitty QBs for years and years and years. Like, he should just bring up Ryan Tannehill. Remember Ryan Tannehill? Remember him? Pay me my money. Tito said, shout out to Trent Dilfer. Right? El Compa Gronky said Dak gets a Kirk Cousins type deal where more money guaranteed. Probably not. It's crazy because even when Kirk gets hurt, he still warrants a shitload of guaranteed money. And Okay, tags based on top 10 at the position. Okay, that's what it is. So I guess it's if it's the second franchise tag, it's off of the top 5, right? I got those confused. Okay. Tino says that's really 38 mil. Why not just tag Dak? It's way cheaper. Well, you can't tag him this year because it's the last year of his contract. It would have to be next year. Next year he would be an unrestricted free agent. Okay, top 5 or 100% increase of previous contract. Okay. Bake said Geno outscored Dak in fantasy. I don't think so. I mean, we are gonna have to see what the Seattle Seahawks are like. I mean, it's been Pete Carroll for so long, and like his whole mindset, mentality of everything, and that, like running the ball like heavily. I mean, I still think that Geno has the best trio of wide receivers in football, or not just wide receivers, no tight ends, like in the mix. I like Geno for fantasy because you can get him super late. People are hella hating on him, like right now. And thanks, El Compa Gronky. Thanks for clearing that up. And Chris said Geno was hot at the beginning of the season. So I'm trash at fantasy though. Chris, you wouldn't be trash at fantasy if you hung around here more. Guarantee you. All we do is help people win money around here. That's it. Where is it? Straight cash, homie. In that straight cash, homie. Tina said, "Let me call Uncle Jerry." Yeah, they can't this year, and I'm still trying to look to see what the cap or what the franchise tag could potentially be for next year. I'm not even seeing anyone with any kind of projection. But things would be changing though in 2025 for sure, because we saw multiple QBs get paid in 2024, and if it was 120% of the previous, if it was 120% of the previous contract for Dak, I mean that would be high because now his on paper it's 55 this year. Oh, Bake said might even win more games than him. Man, the disrespect. I mean, both teams play in the Rams, are they gonna bounce back a little bit? Like maybe. The Cardinals, I mean, are they gonna bounce back? Is Kyler actually gonna stay healthy? Is Marvin Harrison Jr. gonna come in and just beast on the NFL? It could happen. But yeah, I mean, the NFC West, they're not as dominant as they were a few years ago. Like, remember a few years ago where damn near every team like almost made it. I mean, I guess that's been more than a few years now. And Chris said football is my stepchild. Yeah, and basketball starts halfway through. So I could see how you might be like, you personally be good during the first half of the season and then like slow up in the second half of the season because of basketball season kicking in. So I'll just say I've been keeping him a secret all year. Turpin, especially with kick returns being a thing. I mean, I believe it. I mean, let me go look and see. I mean, kick returns being a thing, yes. I mean, is he going to get enough kick returns to like make it a thing? I'm just looking at his like how much he had last year. Or wait, where the hell? Hold on. That was college kick returns. Turpin's been all over the place. He's been in the FCF. He's been in the TSL. He's been in the ELF. That's the European League of Football. The USFL. Let's see. So last year he had 127. I know that's 127 receiving yards. Let's see how many kick return yards. 292 kick return yards. That would equate to 11 points during the entire season. And then he had 79 in His kick returns equated to 14 points last year. Oh, well, he did have a touchdown. His kick returns equated to 20 points last year based on our scoring format. And he had 127 yards receiving. So let's see, 127. So he equated to about 30. I didn't put in the receptions. Let's put in the receptions, even on our format. That he had 3 TDs. So we'll add that in. 111 rushing yards. 11 points. Had a TD there. So last year he scored about 91. It's so easy. I could just do it on my calculator. It's like such small numbers. He scored 91 points last year. 91 points. And if you equate that to a 17-game season, 5.35 points a game. 5.35 points a game. I don't know. I mean, you really got to keep him a secret, Tino? I mean, I think he's a secret because he's not doing that good. And Tino said, I think dude explained it's 38 mil minimum or 120 your previous contract. But yeah, but that's 2024 though. That's what I'm saying. That's this year. The franchise tag is going to go up next year. That's all I'm saying. Can't franchise tag him on his on the last year. Tino said he got caught selling weed. Okay, I could dig it. I mean, that's why he bounced around everywhere. So he didn't get drafted. It was a lot. It was a lot of weed. I mean, hey,
Smoke weed every day.
like NIL. I mean, either he wasn't good enough to be a part of the NIL, or really NIL wasn't a thing before COVID year. Looks like that's when he went through 2021 or went through 2020. No, 19. Yeah, it's crazy. 5 years ago, NIL wasn't even really a thing for college, right? That's nuts. Tino said it's like Purdy, they can get 38 mil if they tag him, but Dak would get 120% of his last contract. Yeah, but I wonder, would it be 120% of the would it be 120% of the single year? Like would Dak get 100? Where you at? Where you at, El Compa Gronky? Let's see if this happened last year. Or I mean, if this happened next year, would Dak get 120% of how much he got paid in 2024, or the average of his contract? I'm curious about that. And TS, I'm guessing it'd be the single year. I mean, that would make sense, but it's also like, I'm sure that NFL owners like wouldn't want that to happen, because the last year of your contract is always the most expensive. Like there's no getting around that. Like that's just the way that the NFL contracts work. Chris said no NIL chippers. Yeah, see, it sucks, man. Sucks. Like guys had to do that. And where did he go? Where did he go to college? TCU. I mean, come on. The school that is most known for paying people couldn't pay that man some money. He had to sell weed to be able to survive. Come on. And Tino said, I think that's why they would avoid it. That's for sure. For sure. I mean, especially if it is. I mean, QBs just don't get franchise tagged too much, right? I mean, Dak might have been the last one that I'm thinking of to get. Well, I guess Lamar was franchised also. All right. Big said Mike McDonald is a defensive-minded coach coming from Baltimore as a former DC. Ryan Grubb, the OC, is the guy who made the Huskies relevant with Michael Penix. Okay. Coming from college, huh? I don't have a lot of respect for coaches coming from college to the NFL until we see it, especially offensive-minded coaches. I mean, like offensive coordinators and stuff. Because we've seen a lot of these guys who killed it in college and who couldn't translate it to the NFL at all. Tino said most teams backload the contracts while Lamar isn't making much this year, but I'm sure it goes up every year. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like you get, just like the rookie deals, you get paid the most in your rookie deal, like the most overall, like in your rookie year. And then it, you know, goes from getting paid up here the first year because of the crazy signing bonus. Then it comes down here and then it's like for the next couple years. Yeah, for sure. And they got Joe Biden coaching. That's funny. Bake says Seahawks are gonna protect Geno, which means more opportunity to throw. I mean, yeah, I mean, when you put your money behind your wide receivers, like it only makes sense, right? I mean, what's his name? Walker is still on his rookie deal, you know. Can't say the same for the Cowgirls. Don't think they care too much about Dakota's bitch ass. I mean, their line has only been going downhill over the last couple years. Dude can't even remember the downs anymore. And Tino said, we love Dakota. Yeah, man. Why doesn't Jerry Jones love him? Why doesn't Stephen Jones love him? Like, I always bring this up. Like, why? Oh, why? Why do they not? Like, they just fuck with Dak. Like, why did they not fuck with Tony Romo like that? Dak's done more than Tony Romo. Probably because, like, I don't know. What if Jerry Jones just thinks that Dak is a jinx? Like, oh, we drafted you and then Tony Romo breaks his back and has to retire. That was like the first thing that happened in like the preseason that year for the Cowboys as soon as they brought in Dak. What if Dak is just a big ass jinx to them? And Jerry Jones is like, he wants to get rid of him, but he can't because like there's nobody else. There's no Tony Romo like waiting in the wings like right now. Cowboys are going to always figure out a way to cowboy it up, man. They always figure out a way. And he's marketable. Uncle Jerry likes money. I mean, you know, light-skinned quarterbacks. Like, I mean, they're really good marketing pieces. Like, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Noble's in the house. What are you doing, Noble?
Nothing, but I was wondering if you could do a wrestling quiz.
Oh, well, see, what sucks is the drops don't
work.
Yeah, like they come through choppy. We got to figure out how to get them to work better.
Oh.
And Johnny said, "Salute Noble."
Salute Johnny. I'll be right back. I'll be.
All right. Noble said he wants to do wrestling trivia with people's entrance music, but the soundboard, man, the soundboard's not working with the long wrestling songs for what sucks. Got to get that Will Smith drop from Fresh Prince. Why don't they love me, man? Man, I hate Will Smith now. Like, I don't want to play anything Will Smith after all the shit that we're hearing. I don't know. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. But yeah, still one of the most emotional scenes in television history. But yeah, fucking Fresh Prince getting way too fresh with people. So I don't know. We could try Noble, but the drops aren't working too well. So I don't know what to do. Everyone says when the drops, when they play for more than a few seconds, they sound choppy. So I don't know if anyone will even be able to hear it.
Anyways, I was wondering.
And must disassociate Fresh Prince from Will Smith. It's hard because when I see his face, that's all I think about. It's I mean, I guess there's certain things that I feel like you could overlook, but I don't know, man. the stuff that we're hearing about Will Smith, it is not looking good. I'm waiting until the dude from Empire.
Dad, when did Tino get in?
Tino's been here the whole time.
Oh.
Salute Tino. And I said, after hearing about the other celebrities I think I just had a bad day. I forgive him. Should have slapped him. Now, it ain't because of that made me get more respect for Will Smith. It wasn't because of that. It wasn't because of that. Like, I've talked about it before. It's the child things, man. These child stories, bro. Like, we're here. It's tell Tino about Streets of Rage.
Me and Dad completed Streets and Rage.
Yeah, me and Tino couldn't do it, but me and Noble did. We completed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Me and Tino lost on the final boss, but Noble said, we're not having it. Final boss is going down.
Yeah, and we did it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, so?
Okay, go. What? And yeah, Tino, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a lot of Will Smith coming out like a part of this Diddy shit. Like that's what it is. Like there's a lot of things that could be overlooked, you know, from a lot of people. Like I'm not a super square, you know, with stuff. But if you went to prison for the stuff that you did and you would get killed in prison for the stuff that you did, like if you're a scum to the quote unquote scum of the earth to most of society, you know, like that just says a lot about you. It really just says a lot about you. And so that's really what it is. Like that, and a lot of this is fresh, but like Orlando Brown's been talking about this forever, saying that Will Smith and Diddy, you know, that you do the math, you fill in everything else. Because I know YouTube, they hate when you say stuff like that. And Dino said, damn, bruh, not the Fresh Prince. That my whole childhood was a scam. I mean, while the Fresh Prince was going on, I don't know if this had happened yet. Okay, like that we don't know. Like, who knows if that's when it all started. Like it just sucks to have to think about shit like that. Like that's what sucks. I shouldn't look at someone and like I'm just thinking about like the bullshit that they've done to like kids. You know, like that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about things that he's done to grown adults or anything like that. We're talking about things that he's done to like male kids. And like even Stephen A. Smith brought it up where he was like, we got to do better as a people. We got to do better as a people. Like like people are hating on Jada Pinkett Smith because she went and stepped out on Will. And she was like, and he was like, how about the fact that Will Smith couldn't even get an erection for his wife anymore? How about that? So what's she supposed to do? And I think it got to a point where it was Epstein Island stuff that you know, that floated his boat. It said prayers for Urkel. Man. Yeah, Jaleel White. It's interesting that he's finally embracing the whole Urkel thing because of Purple Urkel. And the fact that he was like part owner, or I don't even know how it like they pretty much gave him the likeness for being Urkel, and he was like getting paid as like an executive producer of the show by the time the show was over. So I mean, not part owner, but yeah, legit, like, you know, executive producer credits, and they're getting paid as an executive producer and shit like that. So yeah. Gotta ask Mom. I'll tell you where it is. I saw where it got left. Whew. Today's been a crazy show. One thing I'll tell you that sucks about Vegas, got to drink like 10 times more water because, man, I swear, get that dry throat. Like, man, I just can't even stop coughing. Tino said, damn, bro, you think there were any good people in the 90s? I feel like the good people in the 90s were the ones that got canceled and who weren't able to like continue getting jobs because they didn't play the game. Like, that's what's crazy is like look at Brendan Fraser. Remember how Brendan Fraser, like I really think that Brendan Fraser is a good guy because of how Hollywood canceled him. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Johnny said, my friend's a photographer in LA that actors hired to take the promo shot. She told me that back in 2007 that Will and Jada's marriage was a business arrangement. I mean, that's been going on in Hollywood like forever, you know? I mean, Hollywood was known for two things for the longest time: Jewish people and gay people. And like, you know, somewhere along the lines, like I know and that's why that, I mean, is that not why we're having the LGBTQ, you know, stuff in TV shows and in movies, in kids TV shows and in kids movies? Is that not why it's being shoved down our throat? Like, of course it is. I mean, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I mean, that was one of the first ones that we heard was like a sham. And it's funny because like my uncle, my uncle in real life had like he had like David Hasselhoff's job, but in real life. Okay, remember how David Hasselhoff he ran the beach in Hawaii. I don't even know if they use specific names, but Honolulu, right at Waikiki Beach. That's where my uncle was at for forever. Head lifeguard, and then ended up becoming a lieutenant and all that. He got to work around Hollywood a little bit. He was brought in as a consultant and water security for Baywatch, and so he worked with them. I think he even wrote a few scripts, and then he went to what's it called? He was the head water security on damn it, what's that movie called? Blue Crush. The movie with the chick from Gone in 60 Seconds. And yeah, that was one thing that he made sure to say. He was like, yeah, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. He was like, no, that ain't real. He was like, Tom Cruise is fruity for sure. He's like, I seen him. And what Tino say? Yeah, we don't know. It's all rumors. If we hear motherfuckers fighting for millions of dollars in these movies, I wouldn't know what to believe until I see a motherfucker in jail, right? And he said, talking about jail, how the fuck did Bill Cosby get out? I see he was just touring. What? Bill Cosby got out? Dude, how? With a rap sheet a mile long, 10 miles long? What? They overturned his conviction and said his due process was violated. Man, and like, that's one of the things is like when you have money, people can like take a little bit of money and like mess things up on purpose, right? Like, I mean, that's why whether OJ did it or not, we don't know. Okay. Wink, wink. We don't know if OJ did it or not. But the reason why OJ didn't get convicted is by all the mistakes that cops made, that prosecutors made along the way, like all the mistakes. Oh, did I say Gone in 60 Seconds? Fast and the Furious. I swore I said Fast and the Furious. I'm super high. I mix up Fast and the Furious and Gone in 60 Seconds. Michelle Rodriguez from Gone in 60 Seconds, from Fast and the Furious. I think yeah, too much in prison, so I let him out. Yeah, I mean, guy like Bill Cosby, you're not in general population. Like, you're PC'd up. Like, you're like that's what's crazy. Unless you're in, like, I heard Danny Masterson's in some kind of, some super minimum security PC, like prison or whatever. Might even be one of those private prisons for all we know, where they get like way more freedom and stuff like that. Who the hell knows? But yeah, guys like that don't get touched in prison. Like, they really don't. And yeah, and even in that's what's crazy too. Like, even in California, I mean, I'm sure that there's some going on, maybe in like the PC world, but Yeah, man, California doesn't stand for that shit, man. You'll get killed if you do that to someone in prison. Doesn't even matter what the case is. Like, that's how hardcore the prison gangs are in California. And I think that, what was that word? I mean, seemed like everything happened in California, right? Yep, Chris, the Danny Masterson, that 70s show guy. Yeah, he's a scumbag too. He's in some fucking white collar, super minimum security prison where he does favors for the guards, so they do favors for him. Like, we're hearing, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who leaks this kind of information, but supposedly there's a guard in the prison that he's at that did some kind of interview but wanted to keep it anonymous. Like, I don't even know how that works. Like, maybe there's like hundreds of guards like in the prison that he's at, but it better be something like that, because how else do you keep it a secret? But yeah, there's we hear a lot of shit about Danny Masterson and how he's got it real easy in prison because he's doing a lot of favors for the guards that are in there. Hey, good evening from the future. What up, Marco from the future in the house? Banks said Danny Masterson versus Big Bob. Big Bob. Okay, guys, enjoy. Oh, Marco said, thank you for undoing my mistake in the Dynasty League. All right. You get to pronounce, even if you're gay in jail, you might get stabbed. Yeah, well, I mean, I know it depends on where you are. Like, there's 50 states out there with prisons in America, because every state has some kind of a prison. And I mean, at least I think so. Maybe the small ones don't. Maybe they transfer them, but I doubt it. California is just on a different level because, yeah, like Southsiders, like that's what's crazy. Like, that's kind of why I don't like American Me like anymore, because of like because of just the grape things that are happening in there, because like they wouldn't let that fly. Like, that wouldn't be a punishment. Punishment is to kill you, not to grape you first and then kill you. Like, no, it doesn't happen like that in the California pen. Like, no. He got transferred out to the beach 2 hours ago from me, San Luis Obispo, where he's getting jumped, not wanting to come out of his cell to the yard, PC'd up. Well, yeah, I mean, most celebrity, if you're a celebrity and like if you're in California, like, you really got to be a gangster to be on like the Gen Pop. Like, I mean, county jail, way fucking different. Like, I wasn't a gangster, and like I was able to survive in there, and no beef for like nothing. I feel like I legit got put in the right spots to where I was supposed to learn lessons, but not get fucked up and not be put in a position where I needed to do crazy shit to survive. Like, but if I would have went to prison and rolling Southside, like, and you're in Gen Pop, like, man, like, you're fighting like right away. And it's not even just about the fighting, like, depending on, like, I know that I get like even someone like me, like no violent crimes, like anything like that. Like, I'd probably be at like the minimum level of like everything. And I don't think there's shanks and shit like that. I think there's more and more like of these podcasts that are coming out with people telling their prison stories and shit. I definitely wouldn't have been on a level 4 security spot, level 4 security, building or whatever. And I think those are the only places in California that like you can have a shank. Like those guys, they punk the lower levels if they hear about anything happening shank wise, because then they ruin it for everybody. That's what's crazy, man. That's what's crazy. Yeah, Chris said it was kind of a different era too. Yeah. Johnny said I heard that about Masterson and the guards too, but it was from that YouTuber. So it's just hearsay. But I thought the hearsay came from like literally a guard who was there, like who wanted to remain anonymous, but like kind of, sold his intel, because it's not his story, but like kind of sold intel that he saw. That's what I thought. Yeah, Tino said they'll rob and punk your ass every day. Yeah, exactly. So where in jail can you openly grape someone? He said they're not gonna have 2 spots for people to cuddle, right? Exactly. And like, I mean, anything that it ain't gonna be open, but like, yeah, that's why. I mean, they say that I don't know if this is everywhere in prison, but California, the most common way that a prisoner dies in California is a 2-on-1 stabbing. And it's crazy because like it's mostly like people policing themselves. Like these aren't like riots where it's two on one, you know, it's like literally Southsiders handling biz, the Peckerwoods, the Woods handling biz, you know, against their own peeps. Like that's what's crazy. It's like California is just on like a different level when it comes to these prisons. And Tino says, as long as you don't have tats, most people won't fuck with you. I mean, you got to choose a car, man. You got to choose a car. Like that's the thing. Like I don't even know how someone could survive as an individual in prison in the California system. Cause like, if you're solo, I mean, you're going to get robbed. Like you're going to get robbed and you're going to get punked. Just like you said, if you're not rolling with a car. And like in county jail, like there's no option. You have to pick a car to like roll with. And like, you know, just, I'm not rolling with the Paisas. I don't even speak fucking Spanish. I can't roll with the Peckerwoods. Like, man, that's just like not in my style. So like I was Southside. And so if I went in and I went to Gen Pop, I would have to roll Southside. Like if I didn't roll Southside and someone saw me in there who was from county, who saw me in county jail before, and I was rolling Southside and I went into prison and I said I wasn't rolling Southside, I would get fucked up. Like that's like, yeah, you don't get to be solo in California because you got to pick a car in California. Like that's what I'm saying. Like California is just different. Like I didn't have no tats. And like, you know, luckily I didn't roll from anywhere. Like in Southside, you got to do a roll call and you got to say where you're from. And I would just put I'm like, bro, I'm not from anywhere. What do I put? And they said, just put the neighborhood, just put North Park. Just put North Park. That's fine. It's because it was the dude with the keys. We had the key holder in the dorm that I was in. And like, yeah, I got lucky that I was like in the dorm with all the key holders. So there wasn't any drama that happened in our dorm. Yeah, Chris said you're getting stabbed up out here. Yeah, California's just different, man. California don't play. That's for fucking sure. And Tio said it's facts, Huss. He said though, Huss and I are friends. He said I'd have to roll with the NorCal homies. Huss would have to be with the SoCal homies, and they don't intertwine. I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that there's some kind of a truce now. Not that they roll together, but some kind of a truce where there's just not like stabbings on site. But the Southsiders, the Sureños, and the Norteños, like, man, hella beef. Tino said, I'm trying to join the Samoans day one. You'd probably be rolling with the others, bro, because like I feel like the Samoans, like in California, I mean, I know that it could be like in Southern California. That's all that I know about. I don't know how it works in Northern California in different county jails. And all I really know is even San Diego, like county jail. I did go to George Bailey. I mean, that's the highest level county jail. Is like literally right next to Donovan, the state prison in San Diego. And there was 4 cars. You ran with the Woods. There was no Aryans, like in I was in pretty much the lowest level that you could be in. So there was no Aryan Brotherhood. Marcos and Alex joined the Aryan Brotherhood. There was no Aryan Brotherhood. It was the Woods, aka the Peckerwoods. It was the Sureños, aka the Southsiders, and that's like mostly Mexicans who were running in gangs. And then you have the Paisas, which are the Mexicans who were in America but are straight up like from Mexico. You know, barely speak a lick of English, some of them. And then you have the brothers and others. And so the others would roll with the brothers. And that was like anything that wasn't white or Mexican, you know, was running with the others. So, I mean, hella Samoans running with the brothers and others, hella Asians running with the brothers and others, and Filipinos and all that for sure. And Bake said I'd be with the SoCal as well as though I'm on the border. Yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy about California, that you have to choose. Like there is no, like even in county jail, there is no being by yourself, because being by yourself, you wouldn't even be able to sit at a table. There is no table for like, you have to PC up. Like if you're not running with the car, even in county jail, you have to PC up. Like that's, like it's crazy. It's not like that everywhere. Like I don't think it's like that anywhere except California. The politics, like it's all the way from the ground up, man. All the way from the ground up. So many gangsters. And Tino said, "I'm really scary with tats on their face." Man, yeah. So Tino, I mean, because I doubt too many Samoans are running with the Norteños, man. Like that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Yeah, it is. It's a whole different world, man. These politics, they're crazy. These politics are crazy. I remember one time I almost started a riot because I missed a memo. I missed a memo and I legit almost started a riot. And it was like in, blood out. I wasn't like Popeye, but I was in the same position as Popeye, where I was in one spot of the day room. I mean, that's what it's called, the day room, place with all the tables, all the phones, the tiny ass TV. And like I was on one side. I was on one side of the day room by the phones by myself. And I guess I missed the memo that one of these phones had got, it was now a Brothers and Others phone. It wasn't the Woods and the Southsiders, because the Woods and the Southsiders kind of run together. And it's really just to like to outband on the numbers of the Brothers and Others. And so there's this one phone that I missed the memo. It got taken off the list. It was a phone that we could not use. And I went up to use the phone. And someone came up and was like, "What are you doing on the phone? This ain't your phone anymore." I still had it in my hand. I looked around. Nowhere was anybody to be found. But then I saw right across the room, it's like literally like, just like in that shit. And like the whole crew was like coming towards me. They saw that the shit was going down. And like the whole crew came towards me. It got into a standoff. And luckily the heavy hitters came over and got in front of me and got in the middle. And nothing actually happened. And like after that, we go up and we eat food like at night, eat the spread and shit. And then they're making fun of me like after that too. Like, I mean, it was something like, it wasn't anything to laugh about in the moment, but like an hour later, 2 hours later, I was being made fun of for it. And it was just like a joke at that point. They're like, "Man, you shitting your pants." They're like, "You picked up that phone and they came up to you and you like hung it up and you're like, I didn't even make a call anyways. And Tino said, "We consider other here. That's we're considered the others here. There's a lot of Southsiders." Yeah, I mean, Southsiders are everywhere, man. I mean, Norteños is the offshoot, right, of the Southsiders anyways, because like originally it was I mean, pretty much Southern California, like gangs were running everything in all of these prisons, as far as, when the Mexican mafia was really like taking over and really on the come up. And yeah, then it was an offshoot, right? It was someone who was like, "Fuck the Mexican mafia, fuck La M.A., we're starting our own thing." And I mean, they kind of show that in American Me. I don't think they call them the Norteños. I don't think they actually put the name on it or anything. But that's what that guy was essentially creating, was the Norteños. And yeah, it didn't work out that way in Blood In, Blood Out. Like even that guy who split Carlos, like he didn't start the fucking Norteños or like any kind of rival gang to La Onda. I mean, he pretty much joined the Aryans like at that point, and that's really what it was. Okay, there you go. They're called the farmers in American Me. Yeah, for sure. The farmers from up north, right? That's always what it was. And it's crazy. Even in La Bamba, we get shout out to Richie Valens. Even in La Bamba, we get kind of a little insight into the difference in like the way people are living in NorCal and SoCal, even back in the 50s, right? Because like when he was living in NorCal at the beginning, I mean, they're straight up like in the middle of fucking nowhere. It looks like all dirt roads. I mean, just shit that they built that they're living off of the land, picking fruit. You know, and who knows if that's like a part of the white man's land that they let them live on to pick fruit or whatever. Who the hell knows? And then he goes down to SoCal. I mean, they're living in a shitty neighborhood in a shitty house, but they're living in a house. You know, he's in his fucking basement, ironing his fucking clothes, playing rock and roll, you know, and shit. It was like way different fucking living in NorCal to SoCal as far as like Mexicans were concerned in the 50s. But yeah, it's it's crazy, man. It is crazy. I don't know how we got on this subject. We were talking about Will Smith, then it turned into Danny Masterson, then it turned into American Me and Blood In, Blood Out. Yeah. Bank said Salinas and Tulare County is where the Norteños reside. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And yeah. Oh, I mean, Southsiders, man, they just rule it all. They just rule it all, no matter what. And Tino said from there up, yeah. Yeah. Bakersfield's right below. Well, I mean, Bakersfield is kind of like the cutoff of what they always said was Southsiders, you know, Southern California, Northern California, as far as like gangs were concerned, you know. Because, yeah, no Sureños are going to be coming from north of Bakersfield, that's for sure. And just so many coming out of fucking LA County. I mean, all the different counties. I mean, Bakersfield, Riverside County, like all that hella Southsiders coming out of there. One of the craziest things I remember when there was this this is like right when I'm like literally a couple days. I'm like getting released in a couple days. And then this motherfucker comes in from a different building, little bit higher up. He was ready. Like things were like so good for like I was in there for like I think 4 or 5 months, and things were so good for a long time because the key holders were so on point. Like they were like no drama was going on a lot of the times. There's a very nice truce that was going on. But then a younger hothead comes in and was like, nah, man, we got to establish some dominance. I'm going to the pen. I'm going to make sure that we establish the dominance right now so people know what's up. And it went from like, I mean, there was a time in county jail where I didn't have to wear my shoes like 24/7. Like that's what's crazy is like I did not have to wear my shoes 24/7 in county jail. And like that's the kind of like vibe that it just was for while I was there, because everything was like so cool. And but then this dude comes in, he's like, shit's gonna kick off. Like everyone, if you get caught without wearing your shoes, it's gonna be Mando disciplinary shit. So like we knew shit was gonna go down. And this motherfucker, like when shit went down, he knew that he was gonna crack off. Shit was happening, and he was like, all right, we're sending a wood as a torpedo. Get ready, it's going. And this motherfucker, like, so it's crazy because so in the day room, there's 4 different dorms connected to each day room, and each dorm has like 36 people. It's like 12, I think it's 12 different bunks that are like 3 high in each one. It's like the fucking, just like the military bunks. Prison bunks are exactly the same, probably just with less padding. And every single day, like every other day, top tier, bottom tier got let out into the day room. Never once is all 4 tiers let out into the day room at the same time. Like even when you eat in separate tiers. And kind of crazy because they knew how to pop the lock on the door. Like they figured out how to pop the lock, and that's why they were going to kick it off. Was when the bottom tier got out, so someone could pop the lock, and we could have more numbers because of it. Because there wasn't a lot of brothers and others in our dorm specifically. Like there was the key holder for the brothers, and there was like 2 other ones like in there at like this exact moment. And so it was like just by popping the lock on our door, it made the numbers like that much more crazy. This dude, once he pops the lock after the torpedo gets sent, Like they're ready to where the door gets popped like immediately. Like as the guy is going, as the torpedo is flying, as the torpedo is flying towards its destination, the lock is getting popped. Everyone's running downstairs, and then this dude comes up, the guy who's ready to get his rep up before he goes to prison, goes and grabs one of the phones, one of the old school like pay phones where it's got like a metal like wire going from the phone to the machine or whatever. Puts his foot up against the wall, yanks that shit off, and now he's got this crazy ass whip. And he's got the handle because he's got the phone. He's just whipping around this metal fucking cord, slicing motherfuckers like on their face. And man, deputies were letting the whole shit go down for a minute, but that they come in with those paintball pepper ball things. Like, man, it got fucking crazy. Like there was like, so in the day room, there's one area where there's like pretty much a door. It's like a cell door. There's one cell door because the doors getting into the actual dorms, those aren't cell doors. Like they're solid doors. The way that they got out was like a comb that was able that got jimmied through a spot for long enough to where they made it to where they could pop the little the fucking whatever it's called, the part of the knob that like holds the door locked. What up, Crispy? What he said, what up, losers? Fuck you, Crispy. And yeah, once they started shooting those pepper balls, there was like I think 5 different guards just like playing duck hunt with the fucking pepper ball paintball guns. And like, man, when they started shooting, I got behind like as many things as I could. We like had trash cans in front of us. We're trying to get hella low so we don't get shot. One of the dudes who was like he was one of the enforcers for sure. Man, he got shot right here. He was, I mean, inches away from his eye. That shit welted up like hella fast. Like after everybody started shooting, everyone like, I mean, they were shooting for a while before everyone like started dispersing is what it was. Because I mean, shit, guys like me, they told me to stand in the back. They told me to stand my ass in the back. And they said, just be ready. Just be ready. If they get through the front lines, get ready to whoop some ass. And it didn't even go on long enough for it to really get through the front lines. Like everybody, it was like literally just where everybody like even if like American Me and like shit like that, like you see these like standoffs, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out. You see these standoffs where everybody's like coming to the middle. I definitely wasn't one of those enforcers, in the middle. There's some big ass motherfuckers who are the ones who are like, the enforcers. And yeah, it was like, it's so many people in such a small confined space. It's like literally like a video game where the front people are like hitting each other. Back people can't even get in there because there's no way for like people to like move forward. And you're like, you're not going to punch and kick like the people in front of you. So yeah, that's what was crazy. Like even in that riot that I was a part of, I did throw a trash can at somebody and knock the person out in the face. But that was as much as it got because it's such a small confined space that like the people in the front line, like, man, they were going hard. Like the pile kept moving forward from our end. and yeah, so I was just, in the backwards kind of moving forward as well. What Bake says, what's up, Pops? I did Grousey had run out of Ensure this morning. Man, Crispy, go drink that prune juice. You're fully stocked up on the prune juice. Go drink that. Got to keep you regular. But yeah, never been to prison. Jail is crazy enough. Got enough crazy jail stories to last where I don't need to build on any of those stories with any more county jail stories or any other prison stories. Yeah, I always wondered what it would be like, what it's like for the people who get arrested here in Nevada and go to the Clark County jail. Because like I've seen like TV episodes and stuff, they're not showing like everything. I mean, mostly just see like the drunk tanks. Crispy said, I got your Ensure over on my OnlyFans page, Bakes. Is that what Crispy uses as the pee cup? Like, look at this, guys. I'm on a long road trip today. Got my pee cup here. It's my extra large Ensure bottle. Oh man. Oh man, look at what I just saw. I have Facebook pulled up, and so officially, LeBron James and Bronny James now have the most combined points by a father-son in NBA history. You see that, man? You see that now? He's already being crowned. Already being crowned. I know I'm just making fun of him. But uh-oh, and look at this. People defending. And imagine hating on a 19-year-old because you hate his dad. When the kid is just trying to live his dream. What a cruel world. He's a spoiled rich kid. Yeah, we used to make fun of spoiled, rich, privileged kids, you know? Like, I mean, it got to a point where we got so soft that now we praise it. And now we praise it. Oh, shit. I didn't even see Song resubscribed a couple hours ago. You the man, Song. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. A little late to the party on that. Oh man, Crispy hates Dakota. It's funny. Crispy, we were talking about Dak earlier. How much are they going to pay Dak? Are they going to give him at least Kyler Murray money, or are they going to bullshit him? We were saying who's going to get paid more out of Tua and Dak. I said Tua is going to get paid more than Dak. What's your thoughts on that, Crispy? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. All right, we've been rocking for 2 hours already. Going good, going good. Real easy to talk shit about LeBron for a couple hours. Didn't even need Bronny to get drafted. Number 55 overall. To talk shit about LeBron for hours. I could just do that. We just do that for fun. All right, hold on. All right. It's funny. I bet more people Crispy said his sorry ass is gone. Oh, Dak's gonna get the heave ho. This one's for Dak.
You got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day off.
Dak's about to get fired on his day off.
That was stupid. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
How are you gonna get fired on your day off? Oh man, let me see if let me refresh, see if any other no, maybe not. Guess it's just the same thing. Let's see. Nope, nothing new. Crispy said Trey Lance is the next Brady. Get him in there. Get him in there. I wonder if Trey, if the pressure isn't as it was before. That's what I wonder. Is the pressure as much there as it was before? All right, we're getting all that out of the way. Nothing news coming in now. All right. We were rocking for 2 hours. Probably going to get ready to, we'll do one more bowl here with the crew. And we're going to call it a day. We're going to see, might be doing the individual, the IDP, divisional depth chart breakdown. We got to keep going. We got to keep going on that. What division should I do next? How about that? Give me some input. What division would you guys be interested in me doing next? I already did the NFC least, so we can't do that one again. But yeah, give me a division. What division should I do next and why? I really almost feel like the NFC South would be a very, very interesting one, because we have a lot of blah teams over there. And when you have a lot of blah teams, kind of like equals good things for the IDP side. I mean, amongst all the movement that's been going on for sure. All right. And who's still rocking with us out there? See, there's a few dozen people spread out throughout all the places that we're streaming right now. Appreciate you guys. We got people watching on Facebook, on Twitter, aka X.
Don't give it to you.
We got some peeps on Facebook as well. People on Twitch. I don't know what happened to Rumble. I wasn't able to stream to Rumble today. I really have no idea why or what the hell happened, because I set everything up correctly. Yeah, no idea what actually happened over here. Derek, salute. Johnny's still rocking. Let's go. Derek, right in the nick of time. Right to smoke a bowl. Here we go. And Derek, yeah, everybody listening, including Derek. I said, what division would you guys like to see me do next for the IDP divisional depth chart breakdown? What division would you like to see me do next? We've only done the NFC East so far. The one that I'm kind of leaning towards, but it's not too hyped, is the NFC South. Like, I feel like we're going to get a lot of good IDP players out of the NFC South, but I know the division as a whole sucks balls. So it's like, are a lot of people going to want to watch because of the division? Because they may or may not understand, how IDP works and how if it's a blah team, we might have a better defense. All right. Make said the AFC West. I could dig it. Because the AFC West is actually one of the worst divisions now. So that does bode things. That does make things nice for the what's it called? IDP. AFC North. I mean, AFC North is always going to be killer. Led by Roquan Smith over there. Patrick Queen is gone. Now Patrick Queen is in the Patrick Queen is there in the North. Yeah, duh. Steelers are in the North as well. Almost forgot what team he played for a second. That'd be a good one. Both of those would be good. Let's see. Anybody else have an opinion? Who wants to break the tie on the AFC West and the AFC North? Who wants to break the tie? And that'll more than likely be what we do tonight. Could be a tomorrow morning show as well, but I do like doing I do like doing the watch parties when I can. Just kind of something fun to do on the weekends. Derek said also the new killer Trenton Simpson. Man, I'm not gonna hype him up. I'm really not. I can't do it. But the reason why is because I don't want to give this kid crazy expectations that he has to live up to our community yet. Like, Is he going to be someone who I think is going to be drafted? 1,000,000% in redraft, where you may only have to start a handful of where you only have to start a handful of players. Like, for sure, he's going to be those ones drafted. Like, I'm not saying he's going to have Patrick Queen like caliber like draft capital, but he's gonna be drafted in a shit, especially our leagues, you know, where you have to start like 9 defenders. Like, yeah, I think Trenton Simpson would be drafted as like a 3rd or 4th like linebacker on someone's team. So like someone who'd be playing in the flex spot. He's also playing next to Roquan, man. Like, Roquan gets a lot of tackles. Like, it's not like he's like not going to be competing with the best linebacker in the league, you know, for tackles. Like, that's another thing as well. So I just want to pump the brakes on Trenton Simpson. I want to keep the value down for him so we could get him at like a good type of value. Like, how about that? I don't want to overinflate him and hype him up so much that like amongst our community we can't even fucking draft him at a reasonable price because we've just overinflated it because we think of how amazing he's going to be. If he hits as an LB2, a low end LB2, I think that'd be money in the bank for like sophomore season, but being like the first season where you actually start. I think that'd be money in the bank if he finished as a top 24 linebacker in fantasy somewhere. Johnny said AFC West because I don't know what's going on with a couple of those teams. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of movement from the Raiders. Not a lot of movement from the Broncos, but things definitely changed. Definitely things are changing in Kansas City for sure. And did I mention all teams? Oh no, and then the Chargers. A lot of things changing for the Chargers, but I mean, Chargers are super blah. Johnny said in all 3 IDP live drafts I did this year, the same dude reached on Simpson in the mid-teens. It's way too early for me. Yeah, and I know. I mean, just like the NBA draft, we're drafting off potential, right? And not like based off of anything else other than potential. And yeah, I mean, I'll let those guys have it, you know, like, I mean, I'll let guys like that have it. Cause if we're drafting, like, I don't know, 30 rounds or like whatever, if we're drafting, you know, something like that. So I feel like a lot of the teams, a lot of the leagues that we have draft about 28 to 30 players, and we're starting 20 to 22 on a lot of these. On redraft, there's no bench, you know, like 8 players. Like, that's going to be, I refuse to play in fantasy football leagues that only have 5 bench spots. That's one thing I will never. I mean, I'm only playing in leagues that I commish myself, especially this year, with everything else going on, with all the different leagues. Like, yeah, I'm not playing in any leagues I don't commission. But even when I was like last year, the year before, like I kept like drawing a line in the sand. If you play in a fantasy football league with 5 bench spots, your league is trash. It really is, because that means that people are going to have to drop good people like randomly for injuries, for bye weeks. And that's stupid. Like, that is stupid. No, is there strategy to like holding people longer? Like, yeah, but you literally can't hold anybody. So I have a real pet peeve with leagues that only have 5 bench players. And Derek, so we can do the AFC West either way. You know, I'm good. Hell yeah. So we'll do the AFC West first, and then AFC North. That'll be the next one. I can dig it. Bake said, who will have more fantasy points in 2024? Jack Campbell, Trenton Simpson, or Tyree Wilson? I'm gonna say Jack Campbell. And then I'm going to say Trenton Simpson. And then I'm going to say Tyree Wilson will be 3rd on that. And just because I feel like someone who's going to be playing a linebacker position. I mean, I know he's got Roquan for like his, I know it's not competition, but it is. Who's going to get to the guy faster to tackle him, you know, like, and he's got going against Roquan. Tyree, I mean, he's got Max Crosby. That's going to be getting to the quarterback, could be getting faster to the quarterback than him, even when he's going against double teams. And then now you got Christian Wilkins. I know it could go one of 2 ways to where it could open up way more lanes, but I just don't see Tyree Wilson as like a 17, 18 sack like type of guy. And I feel like I don't think he's going to get like a super shitload of tackles like Jack Campbell and Trenton Simpson have the potential to get. So I feel like he would need to hit like 15 plus, sacks to have more points. And I kind of don't think he's going to hit 15 plus sacks. Like if he hits 10, I'd be very impressed. It's probably going to be around the 6 or 7 range. What did he do last year? Dude, why the hell? Why the hell can I not find his stats? Let's go to Pro Football Reference. Yeah, I mean, he had 3.5 sacks last year. Like even getting to 10, I mean, that'd be a huge jump. 16 solos, 13 assists. Like he did get 8 QB hits. I mean, that's pretty solid for someone who's, I mean, it's not even one a game, but it's like one every other game. Right? Johnny said expecting him to be Patrick Queen's a road to disappointment. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And like, especially like now we're thinking of Queen like as a veteran in the NFL. Like, I mean, I know the expectations were high on Patrick Queen coming out as a rookie, but I feel like Trenton Simpson's going to be getting drafted higher than Patrick Queen was as a rookie. And this is, kind of like, I mean, this is his. Trenton Simpson wasn't drafted last year in redraft leagues, like I don't think nobody thought that he was going to be like a thing. But now he's getting a lot of hype. He's getting a lot of hype. I'm going to make sure to not let the hype get out of control. All right. A shout out the producers of the show. I appreciate you guys. All of our 420 crew, Patreon members, our all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, and then of course our ultimate members. Appreciate you guys. You guys are one of the reasons, the main reason why the show continues to go on, because we don't have any corporate sponsors around here. We're all, I mean, everything here is self-made and funded by the Patreon community. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we got more IDP to go. I do want to try to do more than one a week. It just didn't really work out like this week. All right, hold on. Derek, do I got to fast forward to a certain spot? Banks said Tyree was injured all last year from college. Trayvon Walker got 10 sacks in year 2. Man, Trayvon Walker is a scrub. And anybody who drafts him loses the draft. Because, yeah, he's a bum. He's a bum. Yeah, that's what I said. If he got 10 sacks, I would be impressed. I mean, that's the most quiet 10 sacks that Trayvon Walker like ever got, because he didn't string any of them together like to get any kind of momentum. All right, let's put Trayvon. I'm gonna finish this ball, but we'll listen to what Trenton Green is talking about here.
Man, a year of growth. It's been full circle, taking every day, my rookie year, just day by day, learning from Roquan and Patrick Queen, just taking it day by day. And now it's just like, man, I'm ready to roll. Like just every practice, I'm getting more comfortable and more comfortable. So just taking it day at a time, being blessed for the opportunity and just making every play count.
So just that first sentence right there, the first part of his answer. I've just been learning every day, learning from Roquan and Patrick Queen every day. Like, man, it's hard to say anything bad about that, because you're talking about 2 of the best linebackers in the league playing on the exact same team. And one is 5-year vet, 6-year vet. The other one's a 4-year vet. At that point, man, if they were really not gatekeeping on him, I mean, just that fact alone that you're learning from 2 of the best current linebackers in the league. I mean, that's big time. That's big time right there.
What's been the most difficult thing to learn?
Really just getting ready.
All right, Derek, you sold me. I'm gonna start driving the Trenton Simpson hype train.
Just got to keep repping it and being on
I
the
try
field
not
with the
to
guys,
listen
to
to
being on the
the
field with
players
Rocco, who I'm
either.
gonna play besides, just making the
sounds
things more a
super
lot natural and
enthusiastic
easier for
right
me with
now,
the
though.
communication and just
Like to hear
being
that.
ahead of the offense
Hype.
before the ball snap.
He's hype.
The biggest area of
I'm sold.
improvement
All
that
right.
you've seen in your own game.
Forget what I said.
This
We're going all in on Trenton Simpson.
I said communication, like talking, relaying the call, everybody being on the same page. That's just what a year of growth gives you. Just being a part of a great defense like the Ravens. Everybody on the same page, loud communication. It'll take the defense so far.
You talked about the growth, but you were able to play in that regular season finale against Pittsburgh. Going into the offseason,
I'm gonna cut some of the. I'm gonna clip this up, Derek, and put this on YouTube and social media. We're building the Trenton Simpson hype.
It was the best thing that could have happened to me because I had to be patient throughout the season for my moment to come. And when it came, I was prepared. And it was just that boost of confidence that I needed. Like you said, heading into the offseason, knowing like, man, I belong. I'm ready to play. So it was a blessing. It was God's timing. I feel like when I got a chance to go out there and display what I can do, I feel like I made the most out of it.
When PQ officially signed elsewhere, was it kind of like, okay, let's go? This is, I'm definitely going to get my chance? Or how did you kind of process that?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a blessing. I wish him the best. We had a great relationship. He was a great mentor for me for my rookie year, but I learned so much from him. So now I'm just taking what he learned and, just making the most out of my opportunity and coming in and, doing the best that Trent Simpson can do.
About Patrick Queen.
I think even as a true freshman at Clemson, you played in every game. So for you last year, I know you were getting reps on special teams, but was it tough for you in any kind of way to be not the, like a prominent piece on defense?
Yeah, it definitely humbled me a little bit, but it was exactly what I needed because it was a year of growth and it was a chance to come practice in the NFL, and that's a blessing because I wasn't rushed and through into any type of pressure. I was able to grow every week on scout team, and then when I got a chance to play in week 18, I had 17 weeks of practice, so I was ready to roll, man. It's a blessing, and everything happens for a reason. So I'm blessed to be here and ready for year 2.
What was your mentality like coming into this year? Understanding, obviously the position that you're in to have a bigger role, but also, it's your second year. You're no longer a rookie.
Man, just ready to roll. Just attacking every day. Make every practice rep like a game rep. Just communicating, being on the same page, and just every day, just learning something. Like I'm meeting with Coach Mark D every day, watching practice film, so he can see how I see the game, and he can teach me, man. Just taking a more professional approach, taking care of my body. It's my time to go. So I just take every day. And it's a blessing to make it count. So.
Zach is your position coach last year, and now part of the whole defense.
Yeah.
Does that has that helped you enhance your understanding of, your role and where
he's saying all the right answers, but you can tell
yes,
he's
sir,
enthusiastic
definitely. Like being in a
about
room
it,
with
so
him as
it's
my
not
linebacker
bullshit
coach,
answers.
just us getting to know each other on a personal level, and then just being able to talk ball. He understands me and I understand him, so it's made a very natural transition for me, and I'm excited. Just that room, and then just seeing him at D coordinator, and then the linebacker coach Mark D. We're all just everything is going in the right direction for sure.
You're obviously in line for a starting job after what is the thought process and kind of the feeling going into this year, knowing that you have that opportunity?
It's a blessing, man. I mean, I'm living my dream, you know what I mean? And just to be able to be in a National Football League, something I dreamed of since I was 6 years old. It's like my opportunity is here. And in life, these don't come around that many, so you just got to make the most out of it. And starting from when we started back, getting going with the OTAs to now, just taking it every day at a time. And then by the time it's ready to roll for game 1, I'll be ready, just taking it day by day.
He's saying all the right things. That's for sure. All right, Derek, fuck it. Yeah. We're not trying to keep the value lower on Trenton Simpson. We're guiding the Trenton Simpson hype train. That's the way that this is going down now. All right. And yeah, let's see what Patrick Queen did in his rookie year. Let's go look at that. Let's go see what Patrick Queen did in his rookie year. Queen. 66 solo, 40 assists, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, had a TD. I mean, he was the defensive rookie of the year. Let's see what that equated to points wise. What are you getting, Noble? Let's go see. As a rookie, Patrick Queen threw up 253 points. I don't know how that really equated at the time. But I mean, his last 2 years, I mean, he's right around 300. Right around 300 points, just like barely like a little tick below. So that's not that much of a percentage of difference, but let's see. Let's go see where last year, let's say if it was last year, what would 253 points kind of equate to for the linebackers? So last year, I mean, we're talking Jordan Brooks, we're talking Tremaine Edmonds, be above Kyler Murray. I mean, Kyler Murray, above Kenneth Murray, above Jermaine Pratt, above Quay Walker barely. Right below Bradley Chubb, right below Eric Kendricks, right below Caden Ellis and Micah Parsons. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 18, 27. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't even. It's crazy. I mean, Micah Parsons didn't even finish as above as a LB2 like last year. I mean, obviously, he's one of the. I mean, shit, he wasn't even one of the top dogs for D-line. Well, I mean, 2, 4, 6, top 6, but he wasn't even in the top 24 of linebackers. Big said, I walked down on the floor of my restaurant and Queen is playing The Universe. Yeah, nice. What song was it? What song was it? And Derek said, me and Kid have been fighting in best ball over this guy earlier in the best ball each draft we had. Oh, man. Noble's taking all the rings. Like, Noble thinks that he has this fancy jewelry box, and he's taking all the rings that are like on display over here to put in his box. Yeah, Trenton Simpson hype train. Hold on. Fake said, don't stop me now. Nice, nice. Let's see. All right. We're going to get that. I'm downloading the clips, Derek. We're going to get some of this interview posted in different clips. All right. This one's for Trenton Simpson. Here we go. Because since I clip all these shows, let's see. I have one of those programs that like I throw in the full video, and then it'll AI will pick out the best clips and shit and puts it in social media form and all that. So let's see what kind of clips like what kind of clips AI takes, if it takes that. But yeah, now that you can hear me, I don't know if you could hear me before because I know the music was loud. But yeah, Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wags, man, it's gonna be chef's kiss over there because their defensive line. I mean, they lost a mascot, but they also lost Montez Sweat, like over there. So I mean, they did lose like some at the edge, and I think that's gonna like help a Frankie Louvu. He's good, like that's something they're going to make him do is rush the QB. So maybe he rises in sacks. Let's go see what his sacks were the last couple years. Yeah, 5.5 last year, 7 the year before. I don't think he's gonna get to 10, but if he can be, 7, 8, or 9, somewhere in there, I mean, plus all the tackles that he's getting. I mean, last year 66 solos, 59 assisted. The year before that, I mean, that was the bigger year on paper, 76 solo, 35 assists. So yeah, we're gonna have I really think we're gonna get a good year out of B Wags and Louvu. I mean, Bobby Wagner's been good just like every year, no matter what, as long as he's healthy. And I can't even remember a time when he wasn't healthy. Like he's a locked and loaded high-end LB2 no matter what. And like he's probably still gonna he's still probably gonna put up top 12 LB numbers and just be an LB1 again. Like, and you don't even have to draft him that way anymore. Like that's the best thing about them. Same with Louvu. You're getting them so late. Okay, perfect. Charlie Brown said I'm ready for him also. Hell yeah. Derek said losing the mascot is great. Yeah, he says not a bad thing. And what up, Prime Time? He said, yo, what up? He said, do you think AB who are we talking about? Throw it out there. Abade to Memphis. Who is that? With NFL? I mean NBA. What are we talking about? And what's happening? Reddick ceiling and floor with the Jets. I think I'm pumping the brakes a little bit on Reddick. It's not like he's going super high. I mean, let's go look at his couple last year's stats, and I'll let you know whether I think over or under the couple last year. I mean, things are a lot different in Philly. I see 11 sacks. I really don't think he's cracking double-digit sacks. So I'm going to say under on that. Maybe his tackles stay about the same, 29 solos, 9 assisted. I mean, he's not really a tackling machine. 23 QB hits. Man, so I feel like his ceiling is going to be 14 sacks. I'll say that. Like 2 years ago, he had 16. The year before that, 11, 12. So I'll say the ceiling is 14. But I'm going to say the floor is going to be 7. I'm going to say the floor is 7. So, I mean, there is going to be a wide range of outcomes for him. I mean, I know he's gotten double-digit sacks like each of the last 4 years, but last 2 years with Philly, like, I mean, super. I mean, I know he's a specialist, but it's like, like it's all youngsters like over there. Like they got him to kind of be the veteran like over there. And then before that is Carolina. I mean, he only had 11 over there, and then Arizona. Before that, I mean, he really just came on in his 4th year. I mean, he didn't have double-digit sacks or anywhere close. I mean, wasn't even a starter for the first 3 years. Like really, that's what it was. I know he got hurt he's never been hurt. He's played every single game. Mr. Consistency, though. I mean, that's fucking good. That's for sure. Oh, AB I'm just lazy was asking about Zach Edey to the Grizzlies. Oh, man. See, I don't even know. I'm not paying attention to basketball other than the Lakers being a fucking joke and Bronny sucking and LeBron James ruining the NBA. Oh, man. Charlie Brown said, yeah, Louvu has the sack upside for a smaller pass rusher. Yeah, for sure. John said Louvu went a few earlier in the 21st. Yeah, I got Bobby in the 22nd. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, going way earlier in the in best ball. Well, man, maybe not Louvu. I mean, Louvu may be in the teens, high teens, but Bobby Wagner kind of in like the mid teens. Bobby Wagner's not even going that early right now, but just as time goes on, people are going to remember like it's redraft, and guys like Louvu and B-Wags, they're going to be killers for redraft. I mean, Louvu, I think he's going to be a locked and loaded LB2 somewhere in the top 24. And Bobby Wagner, I think he's going to be a high-end LB2 at minimum, and I think he's got top 5 potential still. Just picked up Bryce Huff in the 36, hoping he slides into that Reddick role. I mean, he definitely could, right? I mean, he definitely could. I mean, no idea what's going to be happening with him, but he's definitely got the potential. That's for sure. All right. I think it's about time to get up out of here. Got to thank once more our producers of the show, our 420 crew, Patreon members, the All Access members, the Elite members, the Superstar members, and all of our Ultimate members who are investors in the show of one way or another, or subscribed on multiple channels, things like that. We appreciate you guys. Without you, the show does not happen. We don't have any sports. We don't have any corporate sponsors, so we're always going to shout out the crew wherever we can. Peace out, Johnny. You the man. Peace out, everyone else who's watching. I see we still got a handful of people watching. And Derek said, can't wait to see that Trenton Simpson video cut up us. Hell yeah. I got it downloading right now. Don't worry. AI is working for me right now in the background. So yeah, I'm going to post a couple clips from there on YouTube. And yeah, the hype train. The hype train is in full effect. We'll see you guys later today for the IDP divisional depth chart breakdown. We're going to cover the AFC West, and then we're going to figure out what movie. Oh, no, I know what movie we're doing. We're doing Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams tomorrow for a watch party. Get a Saturday morning wake and bake going with the crew. We'll see you guys there. Peace out, Derek. Peace out, Charlie Brown. Peace out, everybody else who's watching right now. Appreciate you guys.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here